Hi students, welcome to DS Economics channel. Today we are going to discuss 2018 February Kerala State Eligibility Test Economics Previous Year question. This is your part number 2. In this part we are going to discuss from question number 41 to 80 questions. So those who come for the first time, please subscribe to this channel, and those who do not watch the previous videos, they can watch in the playlist. I have given the link of the playlist in the description box so that you can watch all the previous year videos of Kerala set. So let's start today's video of February 2018 paper. Today's first question is question number 41. Which among the following is not well matched? Concept and economics. First one is dual decision hypothesis. Dual decision hypothesis given by R.W. Clore. Yes, dual decision hypothesis given by R.W. Clore. This is right. Then second one is theory of capital. Theory of capital, Bomberg given by the concept of theory of capital. This is also right. Then permanent income hypothesis. Permanent income hypothesis, J.M. Keynes. No, this is incorrect because permanent income hypothesis given by Milton Friedman. Permanent income hypothesis given by Milton Friedman. So here right option is Milton Friedman. So option 3 is incorrect here. Then input output model given by W.W. Leontief. Yes, this is right. Input output model Leontief. So A, B and D are correct here. Only permanent income hypothesis is not well matched. So here right option is option number C. Then question number 42. Consider the following statements describing the relationship between marginal propensity to consume MPC and the value of multiplier. So what is the relationship between MPC and multiplier? So we know that the formula for multiplier is equal to K is equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC. So here first option is higher the MPC, lower the value of multiplier. No, if MPC value is higher, then the value of multiplier is also higher, not lower. You can take any example here in MPC value. The second one is higher the MPC, higher is the value of multiplier. Yes, if higher the MPC, then value of multiplier will be higher because it is the process of 1 by 1 minus MPC. Then if MPC is equal to 1, then value of multiplier will be infinite. Yes, because if MPC value is 1 means 1 by 1 minus 1. So 1 by 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So 1 by 0 means something by 0. This indicate infinite value. We cannot find its value. So 1 by 0 means it is infinite. So MPC, if MPC is equal to 1, value of multiplier will be infinity. So here option 2 and 3 are correct here. Option 2 and 3 in the option number B. So B is right here. Then question number 43. If central bank wants to stabilize an inflow of foreign exchange, it should dash. So if central bank wants to sterilize or reduce an inflow of foreign exchange, to reduce an inflow of foreign exchange, government what the government when the central bank wants to sterilize an inflow of foreign exchange, it aims to neutralize the impact of increased money supply. It reduce or neutralize the money supply. It is caused by inflow. So here the government should reduce the money supply here to sterilize the inflow of foreign exchange. So first one is lower the bank rate. If bank rate is lower, then commercial banks take money from central bank. Commercial bank takes more money from the central bank because here bank rate is lower. So here when bank rate is lower, money supply rises. So it create more inflow of foreign exchange. So this is incorrect. Then second option, sell government securities in the open market. If central bank sell government securities in the open market, when in the open market government sells its security, what happened here? The central bank withdraws liquidity from the banking system. So it contracting the rise in money supply from the foreign exchange inflow. So here by selling the government securities in the open market, money supply in the economy reduce. So this is the right option. To sterilize an inflow of foreign exchange, government sell government securities, RBI sell government securities in the open market. Then third one is buy government security in the open market. If government buy securities in the open market, then money supply in the economy rises, because buying securities in the open market, central bank give money to the public, so here money supply in the economy rises. So this is not correct. Then lower CRR, cash reserve ratio, when cash reserve ratio reduce, then lending rate or giving a loan to the public rises, so here money supply also rises. So this is not correct. So only option B is right here. To sterilize an inflow of foreign exchange, government should sell government securities in the open market. So option B is right here. Then question number 44, the price level and purchasing power of money always equal or not related, or very directly related or very inversely. So the relationship between price level and purchasing power of money, we know that when in the economy price level rises, price level of a good rises, then purchasing power of money decreases, purchasing power of money decreases. We know that the value, so suppose any example, we can take any example. Suppose the price of potato was 10 rupees before, 10 rupees per kg, then but now the price of potatoes now become 40 rupees. So here the difference is, in the earlier we give 10 rupees and we got 1 kg of potato, but at present time, to get 1 kg of potato we have to sacrifice 40 rupees. So here the purchasing power of money reduce. When price level rises to 10 to 40, then purchasing power of money decreases. So the relationship between price level and purchasing power of money vary inversely or opposite. When price level rises, purchasing power of money decreases, and inversely when price level decrease, then purchasing power of money increases. So it varies inversely. Then question number 45, when the central bank changes the bank rate, what happened? When central bank changes bank rate, it either increase or decrease, then what happened? It affects the amount of borrowings by the commercial banks. Yes, we know that bank rate means what? The rate at which central bank gives money to the commercial banks. So it affects the amount of borrowing by the commercial banks. If bank rate rises, then commercial banks take less amount of money from central bank. If it reduce, then commercial banks borrowing capacity rises, so it affects the amount of borrowing by the commercial banks. It is right. Then it affects the amount of borrowings by the public from the bank. Yes, it is indirectly related, but when bank rate rises, then commercial banks take less amount from the central bank. Then it also affect the general public, because commercial banks have less money at that time. So the borrowing capacity to the public, or it affects the amount of borrowing by the public may not get that amount of money what they required at that time. So it is also right. Then it affect the lending rate of the commercial bank. Yes, lending rate, before lending rate, if money supply or bank rate is lower, then lending rate also lower to the general public by commercial banks. If bank rate high, then the lending rate to the general public also it may rise. So it affects the lending rate of the commercial banks. So here the central bank, when central bank changes the bank rate, it directly affect the commercial banks borrowing capacity, but it indirectly affect both B and C. So here option D is right, all of the above. Then question number 46, the Reserve Bank of India was established in, simple question, Reserve Bank of India established in 1935, established year 1935, but nationalized in 1945. 49. Then question number 47. Monetarist would say that the primary cause of inflation is, what is the primary cause of inflation? The lack of fiscal responsibility, too fast a rate of increase in money supply, high interest rate which increase the cost of borrowings, or unstable investment demand. According to monetarist, they mainly focus on the money supply. So according to monetarist, the primary cause of inflation is too fast a rate of increase in money supply. When money supply increases too fast, it creates inflation in the economy. Inflation rises or price rises. So option B is right here. Then question number 48. Fisher index uses arithmetic average, geometric average, harmonic average, or all of this. Fisher index, you know that Fisher's index is the combination of both Lasper and Pasche's root over of both Lasper and Paschen index. So it uses the geometric average of Lasper and Paschen method. So option B is right here. Geometric average means root value. Then question number 49. Square of standard deviation is correlation, mean deviation, variance. Square of standard deviation or sigma square is equal to variance. So option C is right here. The standard of squares of standard deviation is variance. Then question number 50. Geometric mean of two regression coefficient is mean, dispersion, variance, or correlation. So geometric mean of two regression coefficient, it is called as correlation. Geometric mean of two regression coefficient R is equal to bxy into byx. Geometric mean bxy into byx root. So correlation, geometric mean of two regression coefficient is correlation. Then question number 51. Coefficient of correlation is independent of. Coefficient of correlation, it is coefficient of correlation, it is independent of change in scale and change in origin. Both change in scale and change in origin. So option C is right here. Coefficient of correlation is independent of change of scale and origin. Then question number 52. A contract curve. A contract curve, what it indicate? It is a locus point of interaction of two individual indifference curve. No, only two individual indifference curve interaction is not contract curve. It is locus of all points of tangency of two individual indifference curve in an Edgeworth box. Yes, this is the right option. A contract curve, it is the locus of all points of tangency of two individual indifference curve in an Edgeworth box. We know Edgeworth box, two indifference curve tangency point. We can take different tangency point here. So it is the locus of all points of tangency of two individual indifference curve in an Edgeworth box. It is called as contract curve. Then question number 53. In a normal curve, approximately 94.55% of the items in the distribution fall within the range of mean plus or minus 2 standard deviation, or 99.73, that is 3, or 91.55 2 standard deviation, or 94.55, that is 1 standard deviation. So there was a formula. We know that approximately, if we discuss the formula, then approximately 68.27 of data falls within plus minus standard deviation of the mean. 68.27%, that is plus minus 1 standard deviation. Then approximately 95.45, second one is 95.45%, it is falls within plus minus 2. This is plus minus 1 standard deviation of the mean, and this is plus minus 2 standard deviation of the mean. Then third one is approximately 99.73% of the data, it falls within plus minus 3 standard deviation. So plus minus 1 standard deviation, that is 68.27% data falls within this. Then 95.45% that falls within plus minus 2 standard deviation, and 99.73% data falls within plus minus 3 standard deviation. So here option 1 is incorrect, option 2, yes, option 2 is right, because this indicate the third 99.73 3 standard deviation, plus minus 3 standard deviation. So option B is right here. C and D are incorrect here. Only option B is right here. This is the formula. 1 68.27, 2 95.45, and 3 99.73. Then question number 54. If a pair of dice is thrown, what is the probability that the sum is neither 7 nor 11? Probability based question. So to solve this, we need to calculate the probability that the sum of the two dice is neither 7 nor 11. So step by step we will calculate. First we calculate the total outcomes when two dice are thrown. So if two dice are thrown, then each die has 6 faces. We know each dice has 6 faces, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the total outcomes is 6 into 6, 2 dice. So 6 into 6 is equal to 36. So here total outcomes of our question is 36. Then we have to calculate the favorable outcomes for the sum of 7 and 11. So favorable outcomes for sum of 7 and 11. First we take the sum of 7. 7 means if first dice 1, then second dice 6. Then if first dice comes 2, then second dice combination 5, 2 5 7. Then 3 plus 4 7. Then 4 plus 3 7, and 5 plus 2, that is 7, and 6 plus 1. So these are the combination to get 7. Then favorable outcomes for a sum of 11. So the possible combination that gives a sum of 11, that is if first one is 5 plus 6, second dice is 6, then it comes to 11, or 6 plus 5. So these are the different combination: 1 6 2 5 3 4 4 3 3 2 6 1. First, that is 7 outcomes, and from the second 11, that is only 2 outcomes. So here total outcomes of the sum of 7 and 11, that is 6 plus 2, sorry, first one is 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6 6. So 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. So total favorable outcomes is 8. Then probability of sum of being 7 or 11, that is probability of 7 or 11 from 2 dice roll, that is 8 by total outcomes, means total favorable outcomes by total outcomes. So favorable outcomes is equal to 8, total outcome is equal to 36. So 8 by 36 means 4 2 is 8, 4 9 is 36. So 2 by 9. So probability of 7 or 11, getting 7 or 11 is equal to 2 by 9. But here question is that find the probability that the sum is neither 7 or 11. Here we found the value of that is 7 or 11, value is 2 by 9, but probability of sum being neither 7 or 11 is complement of the above probability. Complement means 1 minus 2 by 9. 1 minus 2 by 9 is equal to 9 into 1, means 9 minus 2. So 9 minus 2 by 9 is equal to 7 by 9. So here neither getting 7 or 11 is equal to 7 by 9. So right option is 7 by 9. Option number A, 7 by 9. Then question number 55. The feasible region in a graphical representation. The feasible region in a graphical representation of a linear programming problem is indicated by the objective function, structural constraint, non-negative constraint, or both structural and non-negative constraint. So here the right option is both structural and non-negative, because the feasible region is a graphical representation of a linear programming problem, it is determined by both structural constant and non-negative constant. Structural constant, it defines what? It defines the relationship between the variables, like the inequalities. So it defines the relationship between the variables and the restrict the possible values they can take. So it is called a structural constant. Then non-negative constant means it ensures that the variables take on non-negative values, as variable in linear programming problem are often required to be 0 or positive, means non-negative. Non-negative means either it's 0 or positive. So together these constants define the feasible region, which is the set of all possible solutions that satisfy the problem's restriction. So both B and C are right option. Then question number 56, correlation between the explanatory variables in a regression model is known as. Correlation between the explanatory variables, it is called as heteroscedasticity, multicollinearity, or autocorrelation, or simultaneous equation bias. So correlation between explanatory variables in a regression model, it is known as multicollinearity. Multicollinearity means, multicollinearity, it refers to a situation in a regression model where two or more explanatory variables or independent variables are highly correlated with each other. Two or more explanatory variables or independent variables are highly correlated with each other. It is called as multicollinearity. So this makes it difficult to determine the individual effect of each variable on the dependent variable, because their contribution to the variance are not easily distinguishable. So it is called as multicollinearity. Then question number 57, Fick's confluence analysis is used to detect heteroscedasticity, errors in variables, multicollinearity, or autocorrelation. Fick's confluence analysis, it is used to detect multicollinearity, because Fick's multicollinearity in economic model it used. So it helps to identify situation where explanatory variables in a regression model are highly correlated, making it difficult to estimate their individual effect. So Fick's confluence analysis, it is used to detect multicollinearity. Then question number 58, which among the following is not an assumption for the application of ordinary least squares? So which of the following is not an assumption of OLS? First one is non-zero mean value of the random term. Non-zero mean value of the random term. No, this is not an assumption, because we know that for the application of OLS, one of the key assumption is that the error term or random term, the error term or random term should have a zero mean. Should have a zero mean, not non-zero mean. Should have a zero mean. If the mean of the error term is non-zero, then the OLS estimator will be biased. Here the OLS estimator would be biased. So here we this is not an assumption. We assume that the error term should have a zero mean. So this is incorrect. Then option B, no correlation among the explanatory variables. Yes, it is necessary to avoid multicollinearity. So no correlation among the explanatory variables to avoid multicollinearity. It is also right in OLS. Then homoscedasticity. Homoscedasticity, it assumes that the variance of the error terms is constant across all observations. So homoscedasticity means the error terms, variance of the error term is constant across the observation. So this is also right. Then option D, no correlation among the random terms. Yes, random term or error should be uncorrelated with each other, or no correlation between the random terms. It is required to avoid autocorrelation. So option D is also right. So only option A is not an assumption. So here option A is right here. Then question number 59, probability of type 1 error refers to probability of accepting a false hypothesis, probability of rejecting a true hypothesis. So probability of type 1 error, it refers to probability of rejecting a true hypothesis. When we reject the true hypothesis, it is called as type 1 error. It is type 1 error. And probability of accepting when it is false, it is type 2 error. So here option B is right, type 1 error. Then question 60, coefficient of variation is given by, coefficient of variation or formula for CV, coefficient of variation, we know that standard deviation by mean into 100, or we can say sigma by mean into 100. So coefficient of variation is given by standard deviation by mean into 100. Yes, first one is right here, option A. Then question number 61, the coefficient of kurtosis is greater than 3, the curve will be mesokurtic, leptokurtic, platykurtic, or none of this. So the coefficient of kurtosis is greater than 3. If it is greater than 3, then the shape of the curve, first one is, this is leptokurtic, mesokurtic, or platykurtic. So when the value is kurtosis greater than 3, so the coefficient of kurtosis, when it is greater than 3, it is called as leptokurtic. When it is equal to 3, then when it is equal to 3, then it is called as mesokurtic. And when it is less than 3, then it is called as platykurtic. Greater than 3 leptokurtic, equal to 3 mesokurtic, and less than 3 platykurtic. So here option is greater than 3. Greater than 3 means it is called as leptokurtic. Then question number 62, find the marginal revenue function of the total cost function TC is equal to 3q square plus 7q plus 12. So here total cost is 3q square plus 7q plus 12. Marginal cost MC is equal to dTC by dQ. So derivative of total cost with respect to q. So 3q square, derivative of 3q square is equal to 3 into 2 is equal to 6. 6q plus 7q derivative is equal to 7 plus 12 derivative is equal to 0. This implies 6q plus 7. So simply just first derivative of this total cost function. So it is 6q plus 7. So 6q plus 7 in the option number B. So right option is option B. Then question number 63, which among the following is not a property of determinant? Not a property of determinant. First one is, if two rows and column are identical or proportional, then the determinant is 0. Yes, if two rows and column are identical in two matrix, if two rows any two row or two column are identical, then the determinant is 0. If I find the value of determinant, it will be 0. So this is right. Then option 2, if all the elements of any row or column are 0, then the determinant is 0. Yes, if all the elements of a row or a column is 0, then the determinant value is also 0. So option B is also right. Then if two row or column are identical or proportional, then the determinant is 1. No, it is 0. It is not 1. So option C is incorrect. Then interchanging any row or column of a matrix will change the sign but not the value of determinant. Yes, if we interchange any row or column, means we interchange, just change the row, first to second or second to first, or first column to second column or second column to first column. If we interchange the value of the row or column, then it will only change the sign of the determinant but not the value of the determinant. So this is also right. So option A, B and D are right. You can take any example in this matrix, then find out the value. So here option C is incorrect. Then question number 64, which percentile is equivalent to median? Yes, which percentile? Percentile means it is 0 to 100. So 100 parts, total 100 parts, 0 to 100. So median value, median means exact middle value. Middle value is called median. So from 0 to 100, what is the middle value? Middle value is 50th position. So the percentile is equivalent to the median is equal to 50th position. 50th position is equal to, it is called as median. Then question number 65, the summation of the linear deviations from the mean for a set of data will always be negative number, absolute value of the mean, 0, or none of the above. Generally, the summation of a linear deviation from the mean of a set of data will always be 0. It always be 0. So option C is right here. Then question number 66, the distribution for which mean and variance are equal, it is called as Poisson distribution, gamma, normal, or binomial. If the distribution for which if the mean and variance are equal, if the mean and variance are equal, it is called as Poisson distribution. So here option A is right here, question number 66. Then question number 67, which is the highest populated state in India according to 2011 census? Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Kerala. 2011 census, according to 2011 highest populated state, that is Uttar Pradesh. Highest populated state was Uttar Pradesh in 2011 census. Then question number 68, country with the highest human development index rank in 2014. 2014 was Norway, but according to 2024 data, now it is changed to Switzerland. In 2014, 2024, 23-24 SDI ranking, first ranking is Switzerland, then Norway, but in 2014 it was Norway. Then question number 69, in 1868 the first attempt to measure national income was made by Dadabhai Naroji, Findlay Siraj, Wadhya Joshi, or Dr. V.K. R.V. Rao. In 1868, first time the national income measure the national income by Dadabhai Naroji. So option A is right here, question number 69. Then question 70, Grey Revolution is associated with the objective of achieving self-dependence in the production of oilseed, fertilizers, eggs, and meat. So Grey Revolution, it is related with fertilizer production. So option B is right here. Then question number 71, under days interest rate is increased with which helps in controlling inflation in the economy. So when interest rate increase, it helps in controlling the inflation in the economy. Dear money policy, cheap money policy, or expansionary monetary policy, or not. So under dear money policy, interest rate is increased. Here interest rate increase, and which helps in controlling inflation. Here when interest rate increase, then people save money, saving increases. So if saving increases, then money supply in the economy decreases. When money supply in the economy decreases, then inflation also decreases, or price level or inflation decreases. So it helps in controlling inflation in the economy. It is called as dear money policy. Then question number 72, Bharat Nirman Yojana is aimed at developing rural education system, rural health system, rural infrastructure, or none of these. Bharat Nirman Yojana, it is aimed at developing rural total infrastructure. So option C is right here. Then question number 73, second 5-year plan in India is based on Solo model, Harrod-Domar model, Mead model, or Mahalanobis model. First 5-year plan based on Harrod-Domar model, first 5-year plan. Then second 5-year plan based on Mahalanobis model. So option D is right here. First 5-year plan based on Harrod-Domar, second 5-year plan based on Mahalanobis. First 5-year plan mainly focus on agriculture, second 5-year plan mainly focus on industry. So option D is right here, Mahalanobis model, second 5-year plan. Then question number 74, annual plans in India were implemented during the period 1962 to 65, 65 to 67, 66 to 69. Yes, annual plan in India were first implemented in 1966 to 69. So option C is right here. Then question number 70. The gilt-edged market deals with currency note, bullion, government securities, corporate bonds. The gilt-edged market it deals with market deals with government securities. So option C is right here, government securities. Then question number 76, the golden quadrilateral project from east, west, north, south. It is a project road network to construct under the supervision of National Highway Authority of India, NHAI, National Highway Authority of India. Golden quadrilateral project, it connects Mumbai, Pune, Ahmedabad, Jammu, Delhi, Nasik, Hyderabad, Bhubaneswar, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Calcutta, Srinagar, Goa, Kanyakumari, Patna. It is Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Calcutta. So east, west, north, south, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Calcutta. So option C is right here. It is called as Golden Quadrilateral Project. Then question number 77, it is based on previous data, let it. 78 also previous data. Then 79, the Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, was set up in 1985, 86, 87, 88. SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India, it was set up in 1988. So option D is right here. Then question number 80, today's last question. The second stage of theory of demography transition is characterized by. There are four stages, 3-4 stages in demography, mainly in demographic transition according to birth and death rate. We know that in first stage, birth rate and death rate both are higher in first stage, and in second stage birth rate is higher but death rate is lower, and in third stage we are try to reduce both birth rate and death rate. So here in second stage, birth rate higher and death rate lower. High birth rate and lower death rate. High birth rate, high death rate. No, this is first. Then high birth rate, falling death rate. Yes, this is second stage. The second stage of theory of demographic transition. So this is all about for the today's session. I hope you get some knowledge from this. If you are benefited from this video, please like the video and comment. If you have any doubt, I will try to rectify the answers or your doubts. And those who come for the first time, please subscribe to this channel, and those who do not watch the previous videos till now, you can watch in the playlist. I have given the link of the playlist in the description box, so that you can watch all the previous year Kerala set previous year question in one playlist. So thank you all for watching this video. Jai Jagannath.